Hello to all my friends out there. So somebody asked me how I like this ceramic teapot. I really like it. I bought it at the World Store for $19.98 months ago, and I have used it every day practically. Okay, you cannot heat that on the stove. It's really not made for that, but you can have your tea in it. And so the better way to start, say if you're new to teapots, is go to the thrift store. And I used to have a lot of nice tea party stuff, and I donated my tea party stuff because I figured I could always get more, and I can't find anything. So now I have a bunch of terrible tea party stuff, but that's okay because eventually I will be able to find it. But I bought 2 of these one day for about $4 each, and the other one I think had a hairline crack when I bought it. So I still have this one. So if you keep your eye out at thrift stores, sometimes you can find whole sets for $12, nice ones. If you're new, one good thing about these though, if I have destroyed even silver teapots, this one is not destroyed. That's a good situation. But this is a better teapot, to tell you the truth. So, you know, if you can get really good teapots for $4, okay, now this is a really good teapot. Problem is it's broken. So it's just for decorative uses only, but it's really cute and adorable. Okay, this is a Japanese teacup, and it's practically indestructible. That I like. I've had it. And then I collect all kinds of things, and so I had this little plate. So my tea is not quite done, but I'll have a little tea because I want to discuss the 6 rules. Some people are new to me and haven't heard the 6 rules, and sometimes it's just nice to hear them again. I'm going to post them on Twitter. Oh, and it occurred to me, I will post the recipes on Twitter, but you want to write them down because sometimes, you know, the social media just disappears. It's never happened to me, but that doesn't mean it won't happen to me. If it does happen to me, I don't care because, you know, I know all my own stuff, which is kind of dumb. Okay. I get this stuff at Dollar Tree. I like it. It's not expensive. It's 5 cents a bag, and this is $1 at Dollar Tree too. I don't know if I mentioned the price. So, okay, I want to say one more thing about tea party stuff. If you can find these decorative marble, I bought these at Marshall's. These are really nice to have for your tea parties. Really nice to have for your tea party. And the other thing that's really nice, if you can find them, you can find them. You just have to grab them when you find them. I paid about $1 for this. I love it. Marshall's $1 or $2. It's very cute. And Marshall's $1 or $2. These are nice to have for your tea parties. Really nice to have for your tea parties. And then if you create a little caddy, which I have broken my caddies, and if you get some good tea party stuff, you know, these nice little knives and spoons, this is nice for your tea parties. So that's the discussion on tea parties. Okay, now for the 6 rules. 1, be grateful to God. You know, you're going to do better if you stay grateful. Like if you don't have much money, you're going to be grateful you're healthy. If you have a lot of money, you're going to be grateful you're rich. Damn grateful. Okay, 1B, park in the shade. Okay, and just like in general, take shelter, you know. They even have, you know, sometimes even animals don't do that. You think an animal would know better. And, you know, if you're living in your car, you know, or even if you're like displaced, find the best area you can. And if you know, I started doing this. If all things being equal, I park in the shade. Why would I park my car in the? And also out here we have some parking spaces that are big, and some parking places that are small. Park in the big space. Number 2, enjoy life. Okay, you're going to be more grateful if you enjoy life. You're going to have a more enjoyable life. Okay, this is like probably the most important rule. Buy everything at the cheapest possible price. I saw these videos on how to become rich. I like watch an assortment, and it said rich people don't buy things on sale. And I thought, really? I told you guys a story. I was working in a salon, and my customer, his job was to find everything at the cheapest possible price for these rich people. That was his whole entire job. Interest paid out, little. Interest paid in, big. Lowest price on everything. I mean everything. Toilet paper, everything. That was 8 hours a day, his job. Okay, number 3, buy everything at the cheapest possible price. Number 4, God provides. Okay, Ricky and I had a friend, and her name was Peggy Horn, and we were young, and she drilled this into our heads. God provides so much that we actually came to believe that, and then you're not in as much fear because, you know, you have conditioned yourself. God provides. And you know, if you're broke and if you don't have any food, and you go to the dumpster and you find some, which sounds awful, or you go to the food bank and you get some, you know, you go to more than one food bank and you load your house up with food, and you find a way to save your money, and you find a way to earn a little extra money. The fact that you didn't just sit there and starve is a blessing. You have the mentality to help yourself. Another point that I thought was really important, I mean, ask your friends and neighbors if you can borrow some. I mean, that was a good one. That was a comment. And by the way, thank you. I just, you know, I was a workaholic all my life. And the last thing I'm ever thinking about is you know, not enough money or things like that, because I was a workaholic. But you know, anything can happen. You could get sick, you could get a flood, you could get a fire. So okay, God provides. Number 5, watch and pray no accidents. Every single day, you know, I get in my car and I pray, just God, just get me where I'm going safe and get me home. And many times I've almost been killed, and I haven't been killed or injured. And so it is a habit. It's habitual for me to watch and pray no accidents. Okay, now, this is a new one. If things look bleak, pray to God for help. So, you know, things can get pretty bleak. And if they do, then pray to God for help. And something will pop into your mind, or someone will call up and say, do you need any help? Or you'll find money on the ground, or, you know, God will help you. Okay, so now, today, I'm making bread. I'm not going to make it, but here's the recipe. This is the best one. You want to stockpile milk. I bought butter. This month I think I'm going to buy 2 pounds of butter and just keep a pound in the freezer at all times. And I was really happy because one of the followers said she is now making bread. And I said, good, now maybe I can get you making yogurt. So, okay, so I'm making bread. And so, of course, I want to mention something. Okay, so here is my water. And then I used honey out of the stockpile. And I used yeast out of the stockpile. And then what I started doing, and I don't know why I didn't think of this before, I needed a 1/2 cup milk and 1 tablespoon butter. So I just put this in the microwave. So now my bread is ready to go. All I have to do is add the salt and add the flour and knead my bread and rise it 1 time because we're having a little party. Okay, now, if you haven't been following me, and if you did find me, I'm glad you did. A while back, I started this little thing, and I have my 3 breadboards, and I drew a little diagram. I'm having my homemade rolls, and I'm making some blueberry jam that can also be used for the yogurt. I'm having some meatballs, and I'm excited because one of the followers' grandfather, that's where he got this, and I'm making cupcakes. And then, you know, I'm having yogurt. I made yogurt. Okay, so that is good. Okay, now, just a mention about the food bank thing. Okay, so, you know, we went to the food bank because I told my friend, you have to pile your house full of food and save your money. You have to. And so when I was there, I of course met up with everyone there because, you know, I was a hairdresser and we talked to anyone and everything about anything. And I ran into this couple and they were from the Philippines. And then they lived in France and they had a successful business. His wife was a chef. And then his wife had a heart attack, a bad heart attack, you know, like bypass surgery. And so they moved here to the East County and they were living with their son and, you know, they were there getting the food. So, you know, anything can happen. So I told them, go to all the food banks, load up your house with food. And, you know, they look like pretty sharp people. And they saw the sense to what I was saying. And I downloaded all the churches. You just go to Safari and you type in food, free food in your area. And it should give you a listing of all the places you can go. And then one guy was standing behind me and he got all the information too. And what I saw there too was a lot of immigrants that just got to this country with kids. So, okay, so, you know, you want to, if you don't have much food in your house, and I mean, I have no more reason to do that than, you know, go jump off my balcony. But I'm so glad I did because when I did, I learned some stuff. And I learned that, first of all, on this food list, it says fats, oils, and sweets use sparingly. Okay, you don't want to run out of margarine. You don't want to run out of oil. I mean, you need bread and butter. Today, when we have our little meal, it's going to be bread with butter and honey because bread with butter and honey is good. And then you don't want to run out of milk, yogurt, and cheese, and you don't want to run out of meat, poultry, fish, eggs, and nuts. So I'm going to be looking for some good deals on nuts. So, okay, that's the bread. So the next thing I'm going to make, and I'm very excited, and thank you to the follower, I'm going to make someone's grandfather's meatballs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my breadcrumbs out of my homemade bread. And one of the things I started stockpiling is these, where is the front? I bought this at Dollar Tree, and I will cut some of these up in my, I just got this recipe, so, you know, I will I will have to get a few things. I don't have accent, so I'm just going to use my seasoned salt. So I have everything in the stockpile that I need for these meatballs. That's what makes it such a good recipe. And then I bought this turkey at 99 cents only. So, think about it. Okay, I'm going to need so many pounds of meat, so I'm going to get the cheapest possible meat I can. And I'm going to make sure that, that I have plenty of meat in my freezer. Pretty soon I'm going to run over to Albertsons because I saw the chicken was like 88 cents a pound, and I'll buy 10 pounds. And then for my salad, I will just use, whatever salad stuff I have in there. And then one mention about the jam. Okay, I have some blueberries, and this is going to taste good on my yogurt. And I will just cover them with water. I will add sugar to taste. And then one of the things I have, always, you want to stockpile. I buy these at Dollar Tree, $1. And then after it cooks down, you add, for a little batch like that, maybe a teaspoon. And then I have 1/2 package of cake mix. And at some point I made a cake, but today I'm going to make some cupcakes, and I have some frosting. I had some left, so I just kept it in my freezer. So, okay, so for today, I'm generating plenty of food for myself. And it's cheap as dirt. And I wanted to mention something else. Thank you to the follower. This is my leftover lard and bacon grease, and I'm keeping it in my shortening container in the refrigerator. So for my meatballs, I will fry them in bacon grease, because turkey, if you have like a turkey burger, not if you're worried about your cholesterol, but if you fry your turkey burgers in a little bacon fat, it's very, very tasty. Okay, you guys, I will be back with our little meal, because rule 2, enjoy life. Okay, you guys, God bless you all.